Update. Right. Are you ready? There's been an illness, and the illness is transport fever. So obviously earlier on in the week I played... Ooh, music. I might catch the British GP qualifying from Silverstone, albeit I'd prefer the touring cars to be there today. Fair enough. So yes, I played Locomotion earlier on in the week, and I'm still convinced that this game I'm going to play now was based on that, or at least on Chris Sawyer's Transport Tycoon. But it is happily quite a nice development from that, so let's see what happens. So we're going to do, I thought I would probably do a free game maybe, and just do sort of like a sandbox but with the economy. Jolie Hutt says hi, hello to you too. I'd like a medium world please. I'm not actually sure what these mean. World lengths. Oh, okay. Well, we'll have it 1-1, that'll be a square, right? Medium, hilly, yeah, well, medium will be okay. Start year 1850, let's go with 1900, we don't want to be too far behind. Medium, I think, I don't know what that is, we can change the speed. Oh, seed, yeah, it doesn't matter, randomise, whatever. We could probably type in a random word for this. There we go, perfect. Europe, yep, Europe suits me, that's fine. Right, let's see what this is like. I've not actually tried this. Yes, Transport Fever is a follow-on from Train Fever, but I assume that this whole company is inspired by the old Transport games. There's no way, it's so similar to Locomotion and the such. There's no way it can't be related, to my mind. But who knows? Some, more than one person can have a great idea. Now it does seem to be loading quite extensively here, which suggests that maybe medium world size is larger than I think it is, because I've played a few of the campaign scenarios and none of them have taken anywhere near this long to load, so that's good. I like large worlds. We'll enjoy this tram while it does load. Oh, a fade, a dramatic fade. Right, let's see. Oh my goodness. Oh, it really is pretty large. Right. Wow. Very big. Right, I wonder if there's any way we can look at the different cities and things and find out which is the largest. Let's see. Look, even these are the same look. List of industries, list of towns, just like Locomotion. Right. 427, that doesn't sound like very many. So Kingston upon Thames is the largest, and it does look pretty big. It's got to be more than 427 people living there, surely. Nonetheless, I'm going to start there, I think, with a small, transport company, obviously. Probably a bus company or tram company, even better. Then we'll probably start another one here in Glastonbury. And potentially another one over here at Crewe. But no, we'll start here. So I think we'll go straight in with some trams. What do you think? Right, let's figure out how we do this. So it is a road vehicle. We need a depot, I reckon. There we are. Tram Depot, right. Let's turn this around. We'll stick it at the end of this road. I think I'll start by putting out some stops. So, how do I do this? As I say, I've been playing Locomotion an awful lot, so I'm not used to playing this now. Right, so I think we'll have going up here, around here, up to the top. I'm going on both sides. And probably to there. That'll be nice. So let's build the tram lines. How do we do this? Into here, tramway. Okay. Okay, and then it's just a case of building tramways onto the roads we've got already. And it's going to be a long line, so they're going to get to the end of the line, turn around and come back. So we're just going to take the shortest route. I suppose you could make a circuit, but this to me is simpler, so we'll do it like that. And then we only need then, I think, one tram route. Yes, we do. So now let's see, what do we do now? Yes, we can start a line, can't we? So trams, what's this place called? We need to get rid of these so I can actually see the name. We'll just call it Kingston Trams then, to be simple. Line 1. There we go. And we'll look. Obviously this is Europe, so... Oh, tramwaz. So, do we actually drive on the left side of the road in the game? No. Right. Well, that was a bit of a fault with the engine then, Mr. Transport Fever. Never mind. Oh, it's absolutely the same. So maybe it is. No, it can't be. Right, okay. I'm just going to build the route and see what happens. Yep, that's better. So they are driving on the right-hand side, which is strange. Okay, not to worry. And then it's going to stop off here and loop its way back round. And that way it's just a little bit quicker. We don't have to have multiple lines, we can just have the one line with lots of trams on it. I'm hoping there are some trams to buy, because if there isn't, I'm not going to be able to do this. And then another one there. So there we go. What's that? 8 stops. Not bad. Right, so now what do we do? We go to this, buy trams, let's see what we've got. Kingston upon Thames. I've been there, says Mark. Excellent. I don't believe I have, although I can't remember. So we have a horse tram. Looks a bit naff, let's be honest, but it is cheap. And for more or less double the price, we have a steam tram, which holds 7 people and goes at 20 kilometers an hour. That one goes at 15. So there's not a lot in it, to be fair. And then we've got the haul tram, which holds 9, and it's 50k. But to be honest, we might as well go ahead and get the most expensive, so we'll do that. It's worth it, and then we don't have to buy so many. So let's see. 6. We can always add more if it's not enough. And then what do we do? Set line. Kingston trams. Right, let's have a look at these. It always takes a while in this game, somehow, for the stops to accumulate people. First few rounds normally don't have any interest at all, as you can see. Nobody on board. Oh, this tram's up his bum. Blimey. Don't get too close, will you? Crikey, look at this. But yeah, once these have done a few rounds and the people of Kingston seem to realise that there is a tram service, I think it'll start to get used, hopefully, otherwise we're slightly screwed. But yeah, that was also the case with Cities in Motion, I think. It seemed to take those a while as well, so whether they're related or not, I don't know. So I've earned an achievement. It says the first passenger waiting. Set up a line so that town residents can use your vehicles. Yes, that's obviously what I've done then. Look at this wooden bloke at the front of this tram. What's he doing? He keeps like doing star jumps. Anyway, enough of that. So they're going to get started, hopefully. It's not making, well, any money at the moment, but hopefully it will. Right, just out of interest, what is the next largest place? Darlington. How far away is that? Oh, quite a way. It's about as far as it possibly can be. But we've just had a message to say our first passenger has been transported, so that's good. So Darlington is no good. Mansfield, I bet, is not all that close. No, it's about as far as it possibly could be. I suppose that's strategic. Neston, how far is Neston? Too far, really. If I start building a line that far, I'm going to lose all my money. So let's find out then what is the largest out of this Queensborough, Glastonbury, Church Stretton, Tickhill, or Crewe. You see any of those there? I've got a terrible memory, so I probably won't remember any of those. Tickhill is pretty large. I'm surprised that that's not smaller than Queensborough. That looks bigger to me. Is Tickhill close enough, do you think? Ooh, not really. It's a bit of an awkward route, isn't it? Although it's relatively flat if we take it there. Or are we better to just be careful here and take it somewhere like Glastonbury or even Queensborough? Because Queensborough, to be honest, looks pretty big. Where's that? That's not a lot smaller. It's got 168, Tickhill had 215. So I think for the ease of route, we'll go to Queensborough. And look, it's dead flat, almost. Yeah, pretty much dead flat. If we went to Glastonbury, we'd have to go through this mountain or over it, which I don't fancy at this stage, so let's do that. So, do you think we should just go with buses then, with Queensborough? Because if I spend all the money on a tram system, it's not going to be big enough. Woo! Everybody flies out of their seats. Sorry about that. Right, so, I admit that was a bit of an exaggerated sneeze. Try not to do that again on second thoughts. Right, bus depot there. Shall I do the same thing? Yes, might as well. So,
Few bus stops. Luckily the trams and the buses, I believe, use the same stops, which is nice. Ooh, what's that? Waypoint. Okay, no, we don't need that. What am I doing? I'm on the wrong thing. Right, so passengers again. So, we might even only need 2 stops here, which is a bit naff, isn't it? So let's not do that. Let's do 3. One up this fork. Yep. And one up this fork. And we'll have to think very carefully about how we order this, given that they drive on the wrong side of the road. Although, to be fair, it did say Europe and not England, although with names like Glastonbury and, I don't know, Mansfield I saw, it's hardly going to be Germany or something, is it? So, it's a bit strange, that. Right, so let's see, Queensborough buses, that's what we'll call this. Let's just shorten it to Queen's buses. Thank you. Same again with the trams. So up this side, makes sense to go this way first. Come on. That bus stop, then that bus stop. Then it's going to go up here, there, and there. There we go, that's a nice short route. Should be nice and easy. So I think we'll go with, what, 4 buses this time, see what we've got. So there's a stagecoach, which I don't fancy. L'Obsenante. Yeah, no idea. Built by the French. Larger distances. Okay, well we're not really looking for large distances. And only 5 passengers ain't much good, is it? Landauer. Got a horse wagon. DMG Cannstatt. That's for goods anyway. So, it looks as though it's a toss-up. Well, it's got to be those top 3, hasn't it? So, what do you fancy? Oh, I missed that. Hang on, who was that? Owen Gamer 905 says, how are you, Sam? I'm very good, thank you. How are you? Owen Gamer 90, thank you for the follow. That's very kind of you. Hello there, Og905. Nice of you to join. Nice to see you. So many people walking into the streets. Yeah, I know. They just wander around, don't they? See, that's my purpose. I'm here to get them off their feet and onto this horrendous-looking horse-drawn carriage. Just thinking whether this is more modern. It looks like it isn't horse-drawn, but this Landauer carries more people. So I say bus. It's hardly a bus, is it? But we'll get it started. So, Queen's buses, please. There they go. Let's see what monstrosities they are. Oh no, they're not horse-drawn. They can't be. I can hear engine noise. My goodness. What on earth are these? Is this a real thing? I mean, there's clearly engines. It's like the campest parade I've ever seen. And why one of them's gone the wrong way, I don't know. And why this one's gone a different way, I don't know. Unless they try and distribute between stops, which I suppose makes sense. Yeah, that must be. Well, that's quite clever then. I love the way the doors just flap open and nobody gets on and they just carry on. Right, so that's all up and running. I think now we need some sort of train line. Hooray! Between the two. As you can see, we now have plenty of people waiting at these stops. Both sides of the road too, which is nice. Look at all these awfully wooden looking people standing with their hands on their sides. How full is that? So we got 9 out of 9. In other words, the trams are filling up quite nicely. And I believe if we check... So all, pretty much, of the Kingston trams are full of passengers, which is good. So, I think... I don't know, I think there's got to be some more money to be made there. So, let's try these trams. Let's buy a couple of these, see what these are like. Set those onto the same line, Kingston trams. Yeah, these are a lot bigger. Let's have a look at this. Oh, they crashed again. One thing I do like about this is this, the sort of front view. And you can't do anything on it, you can't look around, but it just gives you an idea of how much detail is in these places. It's really quite incredible. I don't know if these are all sort of preset or whether these are generated automatically. I suppose they must be automatically generated, but I mean, this is... You could easily walk around here as an adventure game and do missions and things, couldn't you? It looks that good. Reminds me of LA Noire a little bit. Same kind of attention to detail. Oh, maybe that's a bit unfair to LA Noire. Anyway, enjoy the ride. So we have 5.1 million. I'm not too sure what the... well, I don't know how much the dollar is worth, even though we are in Europe. So, it's wise probably then to build the train station next to one of our existing stops. In fact, it's the only really way you can do it. Shall we make this a terminal station? Best not to, really. No, I'm going to make it a terminal station. Because at the moment we're not going to really be expanding this. We'll probably build somewhere else. So, going to cost us quite a bit there. Hopefully I still can... Oh no. Oh, darn. Nope, that was a mistake. Because the bus stops right there, so it's going to have to go across a bit. Hopefully though I can fit it in so that I don't have to demolish more houses, because it's quite expensive to demolish houses. Oh, some cranes just popped up where I... No, I'm sorry crane, I got here first. So, Queensborough in Sheppey. Nice. This tune that's playing sounds remarkably like the Benny Hill theme tune. What do you reckon? Not right now, it did do a minute ago. Right, another terminal then. Again, we'll try and connect it to this tram stop. Close as I can. Ooh, it was an expensive one, but there we go. So hopefully these tram stops here will serve this train station. And already we've got quite a bank going on here, which isn't all that great. So, where are we going? So we definitely don't want, we want to avoid these hills. So let's start building some track. Standard tracks. Alright. Oh man. I think we'd be better probably to go alongside the road, wouldn't we? No, it's getting really quite expensive already. Man, what's going on here? So we're ending up with a tunnel. This is obviously much steeper than I thought it was. Right, so in that case, I might as well try and get this as far as I can so that tunnel... Look at this, we've got a great trestle bridge now. No, that's better. Right, this is proving expensive, but we've got two pretty big places here that we're connecting up, so hopefully it'll be alright. G'day, MDH Games. Oh, good evening from Australia, says the Angry Bacon. Good evening. At least I've done a stream now that someone from Australia is able to watch, because normally it's way outside of the Australian time, so that's good. I seem to have landed myself on a bit of a hill here. That was an expensive mistake. But I can't be bothered to fix it, so never mind. And we're going to go through this clearing so that we don't have to demolish too many trees. I didn't actually look at the route before I started building it, so I suppose I get what I deserve there, really. Again, the music couldn't be... Ah, no, what am I doing? I'm aiming for the wrong place. I was going to say the music couldn't be more... well, inappropriate for a European setting in the 1900s, early 1900s. So we have this pointless kind of S-bend going on here, which I suppose might be interesting to, well, it might be useful one day if we want to build a fork. But for now, we have 2.5 million left, which really isn't very much for buying engines and things, but we'll see what they've got. So what we need is a depot, I think. So we need to go to rail vehicles, depots, and we'll build it somewhere here like this. There we go, that can be a purpose for the S-bend, place to have the depot. Construction not possible. Now sometimes it doesn't build a set of points when you do this, so you have to zoom in and make sure it has, but yes it has. So there we are, that's built. 2.5 million still. Let's choose an engine then. Go there, buy trains. Right, let's see what they've got. So we've got a Borsig. We just need to really look at what it's capable of. So it's got a power of 90 kilowatts, 45 miles an hour maximum. Oh, sorry, kilometres an hour. Again, there's no way it would have been kilometres an hour in European, well, Britain, given some of the names. PLM 220, looking at the prices, that's probably half of our budget straight away, and these are too expensive, so 40, 50. We're not looking for something mighty powerful, though to be honest that's pretty powerful, pretty fast. And I think that's going to be fine. What do you reckon? It's got a lifespan of 30 years. Yeah, I think that's quite nice. We've got a Prussian G3. Well, nice. So that's the loco, and now we need to choose some wagons, well, rolling stock as it is for passengers. So that holds 6, quite cheap. That holds 8, quite a bit more expensive. That holds 11, even more expensive. Look at the top speeds though, 50, 40. Well, the loco ain't going to go much faster than that. So, we could buy quite a lot of these, couldn't we? And it's not cost us too much at all. Right, so we need a line. We'll just call it Trains 1. Let's be creative. And we'll go from here, Queensborough. And hang on, where's Kingston? Oh no, I'm looking in the wrong place. Here it is. Sorry about that, bit of confusion. Okay, and that's fine. So we set this to Trains 1. It's a little bit of a clunky gameplay, I would say. Right, let's have a look at it. Oops, engine's running away. So we've got a total of 60 capacity on this train, which seems quite good, I think. It's quite a nice looking thing. Very nice looking thing. A lot of detail on it compared with the likes of Locomotion and even Railroad Tycoon, for that matter. Quite a nice little train, that. I dread when we have to replace this eventually, because it's going to be out of date pretty quick, I would have thought. Anyway. Guessing the stream was upside down for Australians. Yeah. Good idea to pause your game when building train lines so that they don't build where you want to. Yeah, that's a good point. I will do that in the future. God1627 says hi from New Zealand. Hello to you too, God. Didn't realise the creator was watching. Hopefully he doesn't feel that I'm playing God by building train lines. So the train is heading for Kingston upon Thames. But why I keep saying Thames? Strange. Level crossing? Blimey, it is quite the terrain, isn't it? Didn't realise this. Yes, quite some shoddy route planning there, I would say. It's a longer way than I thought as well. I didn't realise we'd gone as far as this. No wonder it was expensive. And don't forget, this is fast forwarded considerably. Let's watch it in normal time. I mean, I think if I was a passenger on this train, I would lose the will to live and jump off pretty quickly. But hopefully not. Hopefully we will get some interest in this from our passengers. So let's see. We can't be that far off now. We've been on here for ages. Oh yes, we're coming up to the tunnel. It's like Mendips. You like Lord of the Rings? It's alright. I haven't really seen many of the Lord of the Rings films. I saw all the Hobbit ones, which I'm told aren't quite as good. So I think the tunnel was close to the station, so we shouldn't be too far away. Oh blimey, it goes downhill quite a bit. Look at that. Oh man, it's a roller coaster, not a train line. That's just an auto save. Man, it is a hilly terrain, I didn't realise. Luckily the loco's stuck at 40, so... Right, we've arrived, and there are people on the platform, which is good. Probably not all that many, though. How many? 5. Well, that's alright. Because now that the train is up and running, people are going to know about it. How many's at the other end? Look at that. It's not a long way, is it? When you consider how far that journey was and then look at the size of the map, it's quite impressive. And that's only half the map, isn't it? Right. So yes, there are quite a few people waiting. In fact, 23, so half the train's capacity is already filled up, provided they stay there and the train's only here. So that's quite nice. Let's have a look at our vehicles, make sure they're all in profit, and it doesn't look like they are. The buses aren't doing well. Hang on, let's have a look at the line. So, most of the Queen's buses are not working very well. They're not sort of, well, they're not terribly busy, are they? That's the problem. The trams in Kingston are perfect. They're all making a good, tidy profit. But none of the buses are. So let's go and have a look, see what might be the problem. I assume it's just that the place is too small. However, it is growing. I don't seem to remember seeing these houses here before, alongside the station. So that's good, as long as it does continue to grow. And of course, once the train gets established, hopefully that means we'll get some more interest there. Let's just do a spot check on one of these horrendous little vehicles. 5 out of 6. That can't be too bad, can it? Except the profit margins aren't looking too good, are they, on there? Right, well, never mind. We kind of need those running to serve this train, and to be honest, 33 passengers jumping on the train is certainly going to make us some money. Speaking of which, the train's almost here. How's it going up the other end? So, bemusingly, it doesn't look there are, well, not many people at all wanting to go to Queensborough. Not that you can blame them. Right, shall we have a look at some industry then? Hi, TrainFan7802, very nice to see you. I think we better try some industry, see what we can do here. So, let's just have a look at random. So this looks like it's a brick building plant, I'm going to call it. So what does that need, sorry? That needs either stone or slag. Pardon the phrase. Does this mean or both? I think that means or. So we're looking for stone or slag. So there we have a place making wood, that's no good. Ah, produces stone, I think that is stone, right. So we could do trucks, although if we do the truck route they're going to have to go kind of through Kingston, which could get busy. So, shall we try a small freight service? And then we could use the trucks to take the building materials into Kingston, and that, don't know how this works, but maybe that will cause a little bit more growth to happen in Kingston. Maybe. So, let's try that. This should be quite a cheap thing, and it'll have to be because we've only got 700k. Right, yeah, let's go for it. Train depot. Now we do need it to be a freight depot, freight station. It's got to be connected to the road, but that's okay. So we'll stick that there. Let's have a look at the terrain. Well, it is virtually flat, at least for the first part of the journey. Oh no, it's there we're going. So it's reasonably flat the whole way. Except we're going to have to build the station this side, because it's more hilly. Right, so, what am I doing? We need another freight station. Flip it round. And we'll slap it there. Ah, it's too far away. It's going to have to go there. Ooh, man. Ooh, I think we're going to have to save up for this line. I can see a level crossing going just here, which should make things nice and cheap. Right. Right, how's that looking? Ah, well, if we build a bridge, that's even better. But how much is it going to cost? Well, that doesn't seem too expensive. Yeah, I think that's best option. Let's try and pull it a bit further, see if we can't. No, that's making the bridge larger. We want the bridge to be as small as possible. And now we can't afford it. So, I might have to take out a loan so that we can do this. There we go. That was easy. Right, not far to go. We'll get this going, and then we'll start worrying about finance. So we'll get the train started. We are going to need a depot, of course. It's a bit uneconomical since I've already got one elsewhere, but it's a bit of a faff to have multiple engines running on the same line. They really need to add DCC to this, don't they? Right. So let's build that to the track. What's the problem there? Too much slope. Is there? Terrain alignment. Oh. Well, that doesn't look like it's going to be too much of an issue. Let's keep going. May have been a stupid place to build that. Is that going to be alright? Has it actually got a set of points there? No, I don't know. No, it doesn't look right, does it? What is going on here? Could just try building it, see what happens. But then we're stuck if it doesn't work. Right, that looks better. It's only cost us 50k to do that, so that's fine. Nice to see you too. Ah, train fan, thank you. Right, let's have a stone train. If I was richer, I would have another station in what's it called? Kingston. But we can't. I'm a poor boy now, so I'm going to have to just make do with trucks to take the building materials into the city, but hopefully that's not an issue. So that looks alright to me. Let's choose another engine. This really doesn't have to be anything special, especially if we're just relying on trucks at the other end. However, the Borsig looks like it's going to do just fine, so we'll get the Borsig. Which one of these will take stone? Hopefully some of them will. Yes, this one. Quite an expensive thing. It will carry 4 lots of stone, or iron ore, or anything like that. So just 5, I think. Can't afford much more than that anyway. So let's set the line. Stone train. And as soon as I can afford it, we'll set up a truck service and a depot somewhere here so that we can supply Kingston with some stone, which would be nice. So let's see. Let's hope this will work. Hopefully I haven't done this wrong. What do you reckon? I wonder if we can set this to weight. No, we can't. I think there is a way we can make it wait for a full load. No, that's an upgrade. First cargo item waiting. Excellent. What do these do? So that's set line, that's sent to depot, that's reverse. So none of those are good. Automatic replacement. No, we're not bothered about that. Maybe it's something to do with this. Stone train. vehicles. Is it something to do with this? Terminal 1, load if available. Right, okay. So, at this station, which is Kingston on Thames South, we need to make sure this... Full load. Full load. Okay, full load. Okay. Looks good. Let's see how that works. It might as well not go until it's got a full load. Although, what capacity has it got? So there's 27 waiting. And the train will take 20, so it's not a problem. Well, that's not a lot, is it? But again, if we're only using trucks. Trouble is, because I haven't got this supply line finished, we are going to need that truck system set up pretty quick, otherwise this will stop producing. So, have to look at that. But for now, let's take a ride on this train and see what it looks like. Oh man, that depot is on quite a slope, isn't it? Crikey. Except not there, so if it was facing the other way, that would have been a lot better. Never mind. Well, it's a reasonably flat line. We've gone over a little bit of a valley just here, which is nice, because it means once we have the trucks up and running, they're not going to delay the trains, or vice versa, so that's excellent. And let's see what kind of money we make when this arrives. Oh, quite a lot. Excellent. Right, now we're going to have to take a look at those buses. Oh, hang on, I've accidentally X'd off the game there. Because if they're not making money, we're going to have to do something. Except, it looks like some of them are now. At least one of them's making money. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Just... oh, hang on. Vehicles. So let's get rid of one of them. So number 3 is making the least amount of money. So we will send that back to the depot and sell it. It's not making enough money. How's the train doing? Train 1 is making 288k, so that's definitely the most profitable little setup we've got, which is nice. Plenty of people waiting. 21, so I don't think we're filling the train up just yet, unless this station's doing a lot better. Oh, it is doing better. 36, so not quite filling it up. So that's good, it means the train is still got some more profit in it before it's at capacity. So, trucks. It's worth thinking about the trucks now, so let's have a look. Yes. So truck stations, we need to place them somewhere where they're not going to cost the earth. Yep, that's alright. And another one over here somewhere. Somewhere in the centre of town. It's going to be more expensive that way, but I think it's worth it. Don't want to destroy too many buildings, but I think we're going to end up doing. No, that's too much. Right. Well, they're building houses here, so perhaps it makes sense to just stick it on the edge of town here, maybe? Can't really afford to do anything much with it. Well, oh, come on, I've run out of money. Never mind. Just thinking if we put it somewhere on this road, then the trucks haven't got to go as far, and then they can transport more of it. And then in the future, maybe we could start exporting it somewhere else, I don't know. Just off the top of my head. Now, if I take out much more of a loan, we're going to start paying loads of interest, which isn't great, so, Humph. Take out a little bit just to get these trucks on the road. So that's that. We need a truck depot now, which I think is in here. Tram Depot, Road Depot. Oh, we haven't already got one. So we might as well put it this end, so that it's close. Construction not possible. Alright. So, stone trucks is what we need now. And they're going to go from here. We're going to pick up stone. No, not stone. They're not actually stone trucks. Any. Pick up a load. There we go, and that'll unload. I think. Yep, that looks good. So, now we will buy not too many, but a few. We've got horse cart, DMG Canstad, I don't know, Canstat. Post bus, that's no good anyway. Need passengers, so it's one of these two. That'll hold 5, that'll hold 6, that's cheaper, that's a bit more expensive, but we've got enough to afford a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5 will have to do for now, won't it? And set line, stone trucks, even though they're not stone. Right, let's see what happens here. Right, we've got to hope then that this does actually load. What we might have to do is start them going first. We'll see. Oh no, something happened. Don't know what. Are you full of stone? Yes, bricks. Or construction material, that's the official term for it. You'll make more off the buses if you have a line run anti-clockwise too. You can probably put a station at the intersection where you can just put the truck stop. The buses are running clockwise and anti-clockwise at the same time. So these, they go around clockwise and then they turn around and go around it anti-clockwise again. So it's like a tram line, just a bit more efficient. But yeah, I agree, maybe that might help. I think trouble is it's just too small a place. However, they are supplying the trains quite nicely, and that train itself is quite profitable. And actually the losses that those buses are making is quite small. If we take a look, Queen's buses, so we're only losing a phenomenally small amount of money, and because it's serving this train which is making $500,000, it's probably a best idea to keep it going. In fact, this is getting close to capacity now. The train can only hold 60, so we're getting close. But thank you, 4Lean9. I will definitely consider that in the future. Now, there's quite a lot to be done here. I mean, if we've got the money to, I could make that stone train larger. And there's plenty more to be taken by the trucks as well, which is good. A couple of trucks on the way back. So since we've got a little bit of cash in our pocket, I'm going to send this train back to the depot and get it some more wagons chucked onto it. Since this is looking promising, so now you can go back to the depot. There you go, without it picking up any stone. I reckon we could easily double the number of wagons on there. So, buy trains. See if we've got any other hoppers. No. Oh yeah, we've got that one, but it's stupidly expensive. So it's a toss-up between that one, which will hold 4, and that one, which will hold 8. But actually, it's more than double the price. So for our purposes, we'll just add another 4 of the same and set it back onto the stone train. Go, stone train, go! Before this place stops producing. So that's got 73 waiting, so it still won't fill the train, I don't think. Nope. Not even close, but it should also be better. Hopefully the train will still get up to speed. Hopefully. Right, loads of building materials waiting, so we can also buy some more of these. What do we think? 4? Another 4. And stone trucks. Go on, stone trucks. Show us what you're made of. Well, that's decent, and it should also mean that Kingston can grow a bit, which is nice. And we've already got a decent tram infrastructure in place, which is nice. Don't think we need any more trams, because there's not many people waiting. Only 12 people waiting there. So yeah, no point adding more trams yet. Train could do with being a bit faster, because that's pretty much getting close to capacity, that end, and I believe this end was busier. Where are we? It is busier, but the train's only just left, and I reckon the train's had to leave 15 people behind. Yes, it has. So that train will be making... Ooh, look at that. Yes. But it's at its limits now. Right. Nice. So we should be making some money now. I mean, let's take a look. Is there anything... Not absolutely familiar with this game, but... there we go. So let's have a look at some of this then. So, looking at this, the biggest income, from last year then, is income from, of course, the railroad. Of course, I think that makes sense. Trams are making quite a lot as well, 165k. The buses are quite minimal, but, you know, it's fair enough. I think that includes the trucks as well now, so it's alright. So obviously the railroads are the big money makers, but they're also the most expensive, so we might need to build a bit of a backbone before we do more railroads. Just noticed that there are quite a few industries around Crewe which all seem to have a road. If they've got a road already, that means we could probably use some trucks on them without having to build anything. So that's a machine factory. I think that requires quite a bit of stuff. Yeah, so it requires planks, or sorry, hang on, I don't understand this. So planks or steel, or planks and steel, or steel and plastic.
Interesting. Okay. What does this produce? So that's an oil well. That produces oil, presumably. And then we have this place, which converts oil into fuel. And then presumably we can deliver the fuel to crew. And that is definitely connected by a road, isn't it? I mean, really we could do with a railroad, but with a budget of 400k, I don't think that's happening. So, let us build another truck system. We can afford quite a few trucks for the same price a railroad would cost. So let's do that. Let us build another depot. A station, I'm sorry. So there we go. These are dirt cheap. Yep. And I think what we'll do is we'll make this a 3-stop trick. So we'll make this end up in crew where it will deliver fuel. Hopefully fuel can be delivered here. I'm not absolutely sure how to check. Street traffic, speed limits, navigate porters, contour lines, land use. No, that's not what we want. Right, so it's not like Railroad Tycoon 3, at least as far as I know, where it will tell you where there is demand. So I'm going to try delivering it to crew, and it will be pretty obvious if it's not worked, because the supply chain won't work. So let's make a fuel line. Let's call it fuel trucks. Truckles. So it's going to pick up the crude oil, it's going to take it to the refinery, and then it's going to deliver the fuel to crew, and then it will go back to the start. Yes, it's quite nice, quite neat. Yeah, we won't make it necessarily wait for any loads to start with, just so we get it started. So this can carry oil and fuel, so that's fine, and so can that. These can do the same thing. Well, this is larger, but let's see, faster, so might as well go with this post bus. Not absolutely sure whether it's supposed to be for post or whether that's just a, I don't know. Let's have a look. Right, so that's 12. We know we're going to want a lot for this. Set line, fuel trucks. So there's going to be some queuing to start with, because there's just not going to be so much. I tell you what, they might as well wait for a load here, haven't they? They might as well, because otherwise it's just wasting time. So, fuel trucks at crew halt, just confirm that is crew halt, yeah. We want that to wait for a full load. Don't know what any and all, I don't know what the differences are. But any seems to work. Okay. And they are getting off, so that's good. At least they are filling up, so it's worth making them wait. And now it's quite a long drive up to the refinery. Hopefully I haven't missed another refinery that's closer. I suppose in the future we could even transport some fuel over to Queensborough as well. Help that place to grow. And then we'll have to start thinking about some other places to connect to. Perhaps a nice bus service in another big busy place might help. And we'll try some tips from the chat. Keep on cutting out with sound. I don't know if it's my end or yours. Interesting. Can anyone else confirm whether the sound's cutting out or not? I don't know if Mark's still there. So anybody who has the ability to chat, let me know if the sound keeps cutting out. TrainFan7802, is it just the voice or the music too that cuts out? That will be an interesting thing to find out. I've had no problems, says The Angry Bacon, so it may be your fault, Train Fan. Check your speaker wires. And if it is my end, I apologise for saying that. So, the first few trucks are arriving. Well, they're on the way. That's empty, of course, because we didn't make them wait. That was empty. I think the third one should be full. Yes, it is. It's full of fuel. And my god, it's a long way. It's the machine factory. We haven't really done anything with that, have we? Depending on how profitable these prove to be, I will add a lot more trucks to this system. but obviously there's a sweet spot if we end up making it cost too much more. I mean, it's not a very profitable journey to the refinery, obviously, because it's just a long way without much income. But on the way back to the oil well, we're going to stop off at Crewe and hopefully make another little profit. So, we'll see. This refinery should hopefully soon be kicking into life. We've got the first few trucks just arriving. Not that these have got anything on them, so it's a bit pointless, but it should be alright. You were behind in the video. Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh well, at least there's not a problem, because I don't want to have to stop faffing with the microphone and things while it's streaming. Man, these are some weird looking trucks, aren't they? Okay, heading for Upper Crewe. Again, it will be empty because it's got nothing to load, but hopefully, now that they're here, they've got something to load onto them. Should probably make them wait. Did it load up anything? Did you load up anything? Nope. In which case I'm going to make them wait again. So fuel trucks at Crewe West, you're going to wait for a full load. There should be some fuel. Yes, there is. There it is. Should be in tanks, in barrels. Yep, there they are. So the next one to load up should also leave with some fuel. Come on, load up. Unless there's a problem, in which case we'll be stuck. Yeah, don't know what's happening there. It's odd. Potentially then, there is not a need for fuel in the city. In which case I'm going to pause this and find out where we would need fuel. So, I think if we go onto the list of industries, and there should be some that require fuel, possibly, don't know any. So these all require oil, but that's not helpful. So we need to discover where the fuel can be taken. Product, yeah, fuel. So, where do we need to deliver fuel? It clearly doesn't want to be taken to Crewe. Anybody got any ideas in the chat? Have a look. Otherwise, we've made a bit of a cock up here. Can't think where else you'd be able to take fuel. It's also making this, which is oil. Right, interesting. Very interesting. There's one left now. Did that have anything on board? No, it didn't. Right, strange. Let's see what anybody's saying. You need to put your depot in the industrial area of town. That's it. Spot on. That's very correct. I'd forgotten that. So, that's okay. That makes sense. At least the game's not broken. It was something I did wrong, not the game. We will leave that truck station in Crewe though, because you never know when it's going to come in handy. So that's covering basically all of the industrial side. So now what we need to do is grab the fuel trucks. We're going to chuck Upper Crewe off. And oops, add another stop, so Crewe Exchange. Not quite as convenient, they've got to go on a slight detour, but what can you do? So now, hopefully they should load up and go. Have you? No, you have not. Well, let's see if the next one does. It might just take them a little while to actually get loaded up. 22k from a single delivery. Now that ain't bad. Oh, yep, they're loading up, they're loading up. Now there might be a problem with waiting for a full load, because I don't know that 6 lots of crude oil will necessarily translate to 6 lots of fuel, especially if we're producing oil too. I don't know if oil needs to go. Let's see. Yes. So it's producing a lot more oil than it is fuel. So I'm thinking we should possibly try to supply that machines factory. What do you reckon?
Either way, there's no point waiting for the, well, there's no point making these fuel trucks wait for a full load here because they're not going to get it. They're just not going to get it. I don't think, at least. And it's just slowing us down having them waiting there. So, what we have here is quite good. Oh no, we don't need it. The machine factory doesn't need oil. Right, that's that shot in the foot then, isn't it? So that's just producing stone. Anywhere at all that could use some oil. That's reasonably close. It's not looking like it, so it's not going to be all that profitable, is it? I mean, we need somewhere that needs oil. Let's take a look. Requirements. No, it's not crude oil. It needs this. So there are chemical plants which need it. There was a couple in Silsden and a couple here. Oh, I can't choose them all at once. Right, we'll have to go and look where these are then. So the first one that needs oil is this. Whereabouts is that? Oh, it's a long way away. So that's a maybe, I think. That one won't be much different. Oh, that's pretty close to the other one. Slightly closer, so that one wins so far. But we don't really have the financial backbone to do such things. Don't really see a difference there. No, that's not as close as this one. So I think it's still this one right now. Silsden is winning at the moment. And to be honest, there are probably other industries that are closer. And then Chapel Lee Frith, which is again not very close. So I think we might have to leave that little excursion for the time being and hope that these trucks do turn a nice profit. I don't know if it makes a difference having them, you know, does it make a difference the further you cart something, the more you make? Just out of interest, how much are they actually bringing back with them? 2 of 6. So it's not terrible, it should just boost the profits a little bit. These are all full, so that's nice. Well, there's only one way to find out if they're making any money, and that's to look. So, stone trucks are all doing really well. Trains 1 is still at capacity, it looks like. Queen's buses overall seem to be breaking relatively even. Kingston trams doing well, and fuel trucks, we have mixed results. I would say overall we're making some profit there. Overall. Not a huge amount. But, oh, we've just looking at this now, Queen's buses is now making money. And fuel trucks is making a little bit too. It's not a lot. Let's order it. Yeah, it's not high up in the money making things, but it's alright. Right, so how much loan interest are we paying every year? Not a terrible amount, 112k. Let's knock a bit of the loan off since we're not spending right now. But it looks like the loan interest rate isn't too crippling, so that's good. And my god, look at this. How much stone is waiting? 287. You know, I reckon there's a real opportunity here to make some decent money. So did I drop this off in the industrial part of town unwittingly? I did, so I just got lucky there. And of course you've got the commercial area of town, which is always blue in these sorts of games, and the residential in green. So actually when you're planning your bus routes then, it works in your favour to get sort of residential to commercial and residential to industrial. But if you cover the whole of town, it should basically do that anyway, shouldn't it? Right, where's the train? Oh, we've just filled it up with stone. Well, who cares? Go to the depot. Oh, what? Unable to find a route to the depot? You must be crazy. Flip round. You're going to that depot whether you like it or not. Think as well we might need build a road bypassing the town from crude oil to refinery. Yeah, we've got probably enough to do that actually. It's not a bad idea. Hopefully the route will just update. I've not actually tried to do that before. Right, it's going to the depot. Perfect. So, I might, what do you reckon? Vote yes or no. Did I ought to upgrade the locomotive at this stage? Or will it survive with a sort of double the number of wagons? Let's pause this so we're not wasting time. Buy trains. Well, I'm going to start by adding some more wagons. How heavy are these? Oh, we don't have the option to buy the old version anymore, I don't think. Nope, it's got to be that one. configuration. Oh, that, yeah, it doesn't matter. So it's going to have to be those. They are quite weighty, 10 tons a pop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, blimey, they're also extremely expensive, which I didn't realise. So let's grab that loan back. I'm going to be able to buy one more with it. Well, I think that's answered the question about the locomotive. Fortunately, there is no way we can do that. So we're going to have to just stick with the loco and hope it can actually pull the damn thing at a decent speed. Although the speed doesn't matter too much because we've got, what, 60, 70 capacity now. With it being quite a short route, that ought to work quite well. So, seems like we don't need any more stone trucks because they're doing quite a good job of emptying this out. Although, of course, they will be doing because the train's not made any deliveries for ages. So this... Ooh, it's going slow. So really we do need another loco. But hopefully it will still make a decent profit. And again, I reckon this needs an upgrade as well. 78 people waiting. No, because the train's on the way, so it's not too bad. How many are still left at this end? Right, so it's worth upgrading that train at some point, but not right now, I don't think. Right, so we're not doing great on the old finances, so let's take a look at some more. So Darlington is quite large. Did we do anything in Darlington yet? No, not yet. So I think a tram system should be quite good. We'll just have a look at trams, Kingston Trams. Well, it's not really a massive money spinner, is it? And for some reason, Trains 1 is not making very much money either now. None of them are. So, what shall I do? Well, Darlington and Chapel Firth are quite close. So if we get a decent transport system set up in both of those places, then I think that might be a decent money spinner. Get another passenger service, and then once we get some more money, we could probably connect this to Kingston, or maybe even do this sort of river route from Queensborough. That sounds agreeable. So, I think we will make it trams, because trams seem to serve the bigger places a bit better. So, let's do that. So, first we need a tram depot. Tram depot, yes please. Stick that just there. And now I will turn on this so that we can see. So, the first stop will be in the industrial area. I think that makes sense. So, we need that. Passengers, bus and tram stop. So there we go, one in the industrial area, another one, oh hang on, that's going to cover most of it. Blimey, it's not a big place, is it? And then one right there. So I think that's covering most of the city. It's not a huge place, to be honest, for a tram system. Smaller than I thought, but it will grow, hopefully, once we get a decent system set in. So, tram tracks, which always seem to be quite cheap. Look at that. $2,000 just to build a tram line. Can't be bad, can it? So, go on, build. And quickest route looks to be up that way. I'll leave it at that. So shall I split it up into 2 tram lines now? MDH Games 01 has returned. Bow before your king. Blimey. What an entrance that was. I was not expecting that. So, what place is this? Is it Darlington? I really don't care. I'll double check. It is indeed. Darlington Trams 1. So, we'll go up the one side with these. 1, 2, 3. I don't know why it's gone that way. It's a bit strange because there isn't a tram line there. But I suppose they'll have to change their route once they realise I'm not talking buses here. So that's Darlington Trams 1. And let's do another one. Darlington Trams 2. Which will go, let's see. Have I done this right? I think so. That way through there to there. And then if we get a train station built, we'll build it like sort of here, I think, someplace. So that should be okay. Now we will build, I reckon, 2 of these on each line. That'll take us to 4 in total, which is about the right size for a starting place. So Darlington Trams 1 and Darlington Trams 2, and we're just going to have to sit back, cross our fingers, and hope that we actually get some interest here. Otherwise, we are slightly screwed. We could also supply food to Darlington. That might be a nice side project. So we have here a food processing plant, which means all we need to find is a farm right there. So we could probably build quite a direct road there. I would say railway, but I don't think the funds are going to allow that. Or we could just deliver food to Yeovil, but I'm not really looking to invest. In fact, we could, couldn't we? Because a train between Yeovil and Darlington, or Yeovil, would actually be quite positive, I reckon. Yeah. Given our funds, I think that might be the best way to do it. So, let us build a truck station. We want one at the this food processing plant, right there. Of course, one at the farm, hopefully not destroying too many fields while I do it, but I don't care about destroying one. To have it close. One field will be removed, and man, that farmer's not happy. He's charged me quite a lot for that. And I don't know if anybody's got some tips here, and good morning, C. Braniak. I really need to learn how to say your name. So it's B-R-I-A-N-C, Brian. Oh, C. Brian C. I think that's probably the best way to pronounce it. So if anybody knows, where do we need to be delivering food? I would suggest residential, but I am no expert, but I'm going to try that. So truck station, demolish a couple of houses. Hopefully I will be able to patch the road on there. Yep. Oh no, I don't want to remove another building. Don't think there's any choice. No choice. Right. Anyway, that's slap bang in the Yeovil residential area, so that can't be a bad thing. And we want to start here, so we'll put the depot near the farm. It's not very prototypical music, to say the least, but it is at least quite catchy. So, that's memorable. So we're going to start at the farm, and to take the raw materials to the food processing plant, and then you're going to deliver the food to Yeovil. And you might as well start at Yeovil Exchange with a full load. So now all we need to feed the dogs is some trucks, some dog food trucks. I think Ben's is looking pretty good, 65k, it's double the price, but it will hold quite a bit more. 40 kilometers an hour versus 25. Oh, this is way better. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Buy as many as I possibly can. It's not many. Set line, feed the dogs. Right, go my children, go. It's like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. And all of Wonka's vans get dispatched. Right, come on Mr. Farm. I have destroyed your field, but I've at least given your farm a purpose, which is not something it had before. Probably commercial, says the Angry Bacon. Yeah, probably commercial. If not, then probably any, because presumably we need food anywhere where there's people. But I think residential is as good as any. But yeah, commercial is probably a good call. It doesn't matter, I'll stick another one just here if not. I think the only way to find out for sure is to follow this and see what happens. Tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure they do wait. So, where is it? Feed the dogs. So this second spot you're also going to load. Might take a couple of trucks worth, but it should be quite direct, shouldn't it? Yes, because it's just making bread, so hopefully it'll be a one-to-one transfer. We shall have to see. It was quite good, this place, because it'll take either wheat or livestock. At the moment it's taking livestock though. Right,
Let's see what happens. I don't know how you make bread out of cows. It's a mystery to me. But it obviously works, otherwise they wouldn't do it. Right, no, we can't wait for a load because obviously it's not a direct thing, so feed the dogs. Just set that to any, that'll be fine. And out of interest, we'll just see what this has got on board. And they are quick, I can hardly... oh, it's got absolutely nothing on board. So I reckon then, you might be right. Oh no, but this one's taking some bread, which means it obviously is viable. Phew! It's good. Fine. So, let's have a look how Darlington's getting on. There are some people waiting at the stops. Only 2, mind. 2, 7, and 4. So it's not doing a roaring trade, is it? But it should be alright. And actually, sooner rather than later, I might want to expand down here as well with that tram line. But only time will tell. We'll see what happens. The balance for Darlington Trams 1, it's making a whole 2,000. And don't see the other one. Oh, it's there. So the number 2 is not making any money. Oh, it is just about. It's just about breaking even, more or less. Are these dropping anything off? Oh yeah, a little bit. Fine. So as soon as I can afford to, I will get some more of these trucks going. Not many, just 4. Feed the dogs. And since we're starting to focus some efforts here, I might as well build a small trans system. Population 244. Oh, this is interesting. Line usage is poor. Obviously it will be. Ah, look, this tells you all you need to know. So, residential appears to be not much. Shopping facilities needs to be food. So you were right, it is commercial. Quicker the better. Build more direct roads, dude. Can't afford to. Have you seen how much money I've got? So, realistically, we need to have this go into the commercial zone, but okay. Let's just see. Is there much waiting? 4. It'll be fine. I mean, it's not that indirect. They've got to come this way anyway. But yeah, more direct roads would be a good call, I reckon. Anyway, let's do another tram line, because I'm planning to grow this place quite significantly. That's because you keep spending. Well, you got to keep spending. Speculate to accumulate, Mr. Man. Right. Let's keep going. As long as I can get by, you know, it's fine. Start to lose money. Income from road vehicles was about 2 million last year, and my running costs were 1 million. It was not terrible. It's not brilliant. It's not bad. More low-cost stuff, I think, is a good idea. Right, let's build some stops over here then, and then hopefully once this is all up and running, I might even be able to afford to build some new lines, train lines, that is. Okay, and we'll finish this road here. Medium Street. That'll do. Gives us a nice direct route. Tram line, please. I think this time I'm just going to use one tram line because it seemed to work better. So that's quite good coverage, I would say. And this is Yeovil. Yeovil Trams. So it's going to come out the depot, it's going to go up this way. Head over to the final stop, then I'll click it, yep. Back round on York Road. Back this way. And stopping off at Main Street, and that should do it. So, haven't got an awful lot of money, but we should be able to at least buy some new trams. Yeah, they're good and cheap, the trams. Yeovil Trams. Go for it. We've got a Junkers F-13 plane invented, which is quite nice. Nice.
So I think the Darlington to Yeovil train is approaching. Just need to raise the funds now to be able to afford it. It's not far. Is it quite flat as well? Oh, that's good. Shame I can't go any faster than this. Yeah. Well. So when the time comes to build it, which I could start doing straight away, it looks as though it's going to be reasonably flat, which means fast trains and hopefully cheap to build. And I reckon we'll build a terminal right here so that it marries up to this tram stop. Yeah, that looks alright. We've got the best part of 1 million, so that might even be enough to get most of the way there. So I think we need probably to build the station somewhere here where the impact will be minimum and it's also vaguely in the right place. So yeah, we've only got enough money to build a small station. It's going to have to go alongside the road to start with. Just one building to remove, please. Don't want to cause too much disruption. Oh, you're not joking, I've done it again. Nope, don't build that. Can we get it in here? Nope, I've done it again. Goodness sake. Well, that was expensive. You see, that's why I haven't got any money. Stupid mistakes like that. So we've got to take another building, which I'm not too happy about. But hopefully that should at least get us set up. Yes. Right. Look at that. Right. Is that going to be a flat route? Yep. So alongside the road, level crossing there, and then straight to Yeovil. In fact, let's build the Yeovil station so at least I know where I'm aiming. So, oh, they're just building something there. Is it cheaper to destroy something that's in progress rather than something that's already been built? I guess we'll find out. Oh, it's not going to work anyway. I'll do it that way. Will I still be able to get the road? I'm going to take a gamble and hope so. Yeah. Oh. No, tram stops in the way. Well, at this point I think it's going to be easier to, well, cheaper to replace the tram stop. Right. Just pop the clogs a minute, Mr. Tram Stop. The game is paused, so... It's getting expensive. Another tram stop. Or bus stop, there's no difference, is there? Right, and we just need to make sure I put that back into the route. Yeovil Trams. So, it should be 1, 2, 3... Sorry, 1, 2... It should be number 3. Oh no, hang on, it's still there. So, that update seems to be still there. Right, the only way to find out for sure... Oh no, they are turning round. Which isn't good. So I think what I'll do is, just to be absolutely sure, I think it might have worked. But I think we'll just remove these and re-add them. Just so that we know it's actually working. Might not have needed to do that. It might have been smart enough to realise I was just moving the tram stop, but I'm not betting on that. Okay, carry on. While we'll observe this while our funds build up again, and then we'll start building some track. These trams might not make any money until we've actually got the trains up and running, but we have got some passengers waiting. One. That's alright, that's not too bad. Oh no, we did get on, he was on the other side. Okay, well at least the route's working. So we won't waste any time then in getting the tracks built. So where does it need to go? Yeah, so level crossing here. Might have to go across there directly then. Too much slope? What are you talking about? Alright, no level crossing there. We'll go this side of the road to start with. Oh no, that's going to be a bit expensive. I want this to be built on the cheap. which should always be true, but it hasn't been today. Yeah, we're going in the right direction. I should hope so. Right, we've got the crossing. Perfect. And now we can go as the crow flies, or as the train drives. Okay, we need to be this side of the food production place. As it stands, the people of Darlington are going to starve because it's just too expensive to get food to them, unfortunately. So they'll have to just, I think there's some grass there, just eat that. Seem to be doing well on the finances. I seem to have more money now that I've finished the line than I did when I started it. Right, well, I'm glad I finished that. Looks nice. Now we need a convenient place to put the depot, and we'll put it somewhere here on the flat so that we don't have too much trouble. So, depot, train depot. Let's flip this round. Stick it there. Hopefully that won't be too tight a curve. No, that looks good. See, that's how it should be. Just a small distance. Okay. Right. Darlington trains. Not that we're going to be able to afford any locomotives right now, but as soon as I can, it should be quite a viable little profit spinner. So that's all set up. It's just going to lie in wait now. I suppose I could buy a super cheap loco. Alright, time for the football. Happy to help out where I could. Go England! Doesn't start for an hour. I'll go to watch it after a bit. 20 minutes or so I'll stop. Or 10 minutes even. Let's get this next train running and then we will stop, I think. We'll save this. And if people want more, I mean, people probably watch this once it's recorded, so if it goes down well and people like it, we'll carry on. Right, what's the cheapest loco we can buy? I think it's going to be that top one, which is actually fairly cheap. It's pretty slow and not that powerful, but there's no way I'm spending millions. Well, it's done us alright, hasn't it? I still think this is the best value. What? How many can we afford? 2 at that? Never mind, keep going. I want at least 3. You know, the loan interest is so small. Let's grab $1 million and get a few of them built. Right, how many is that? I didn't actually see. I feel like I want to get one more. Yeah. Okay, well that's a decent sized train. So, set line. Darlington trains, that's correct. Yep. Go, little steamer, go. Let's have a look at the line, see if I actually manage to get a flat line this time. That would be nice. Keep an eye on that speedometer. If it's overloaded, it won't manage to get to 40, but it looks like it's going to, so that's good. Yeah, it's reasonably flat. We have had to build some trenches, as you can see, but it didn't turn out too expensive. So, we've arrived at Darlington. Nobody on the platform, but that stands to reason, because it is the first journey, to be fair. So we're up to 30. Yep, it gets up to speed fairly quick actually, so that's alright. Quite happy with that. Level crossing, bit of a bump on that level crossing. And now it's all new track as we go past the depot. Quite nice depot buildings, like that. There's my fleet of vans in the distance running by, that's quite cool. And it is mostly downhill, I would say, isn't it, to Yeovil. And as such, we've managed to hit 50 kilometers per hour, which is quite a nice speed actually. It's pretty good, that. We've got a bit of wobbly track at the end there, looks a bit strange, that. Up a bank, don't know why there's a bank, it's a bit of a strange. Oh, and there's plenty of passengers here, so that's pretty good. How many? I saw quite a few, yep, 7, that's not bad, that's not a bad start. And how many are waiting at the other end? There are also 7. So there's plenty of space for growth there, I think, isn't there? How are these trams doing? Not too impressed with this. I mean, there's not many people living here, I suppose that's the issue. 12% line usage, mediocre for the shopping facilities. let's have a look at the different regions. So it's actually covering a little bit of the commercial district, a little bit, which is why I suppose that's why it's being shipped there at all. Have a look. Right, let's just have another look at the lines then, and let's see which ones are actually making some money. So the most, well, actually the best one at the moment is fuel trucks. It's doing pretty well. Feed the dogs is doing pretty well as well. Trains 1 is not doing so well. Let's have a look, see if we can find out why. It may be because it's old and needs replacing. We need the vehicle. Train 1 is 18 years old. Yes, I don't know why that shouldn't be doing so well, because it's still got a load of 60. I just think the engine must be getting old now. It looks a bit rusty, doesn't it? A bit dirty. Details. What does it say? Age 18 years. I'm sure they'll last longer than 18 years. Well, can't afford to replace it really anyway, so never mind. Bugger it. This train is bound for glory. Still got plenty of stone waiting, yeah. So again, why that isn't making loads of money, I don't know. Seems to have quite the precipitous drop off over recent times. It's not clear why. But it is making money, so I suppose can't complain too bad. We also, I wonder if it's because these bricks aren't being shifted quick enough. And since this is one of the most profitable routes, I'd be crazy not to try and capitalise on it. So, select line, that is stone trucks. That ought to bring in some more profit. There's plenty of bricks going about. I suppose ever since I increased the size of this train, I wonder if it is going too slow now. It is slow, but it's not a big journey, and it's clearly delivering enough to satisfy the trucks. Well, only just. Yeah, only just. So that's fine. Let's have another look at the rest of the routes. So Trains 1 is actually doing pretty well again now. Field trucks is doing good. Feed the dogs is doing good. The stone train's alright. It's very slow now, so definitely needs a new loco on there. Stone trucks doing well. Kingston Trams. Actually, there's not a lot that's not making money. It's only Yeovil Trams really that's not, which I'm not surprised about. And even then, it's not doing too bad. And again, it's going to be serving the railway now, which does have quite a few passengers waiting. 13 passengers. That ought to at least give us a profit, if not a very big one. Loads of people waiting here. One person at the train station. But that's great news for Darlington. So 26 people waiting at Victoria Road. I mean, that's about the only busy stop, so it's not great, but it's not bad. So the trams should be making some money now. That's good. Right. Well, 2:30 was my scheduled end time for this, and it's more or less there now. So I will figure out how we save this game. Save. I think that'll be it. Stream. Save. If I call it that, then I won't keep playing it outside of a stream. So anyway, hope you enjoyed that. If you do want me to play more of this next time, let me know. Equally, if you'd like me to go through some other games I've got, maybe non-transport games, if you know, that would be interesting to you. If not, plenty more where that came from, plenty more strategy games. So, thank you for watching, folks. Hope you enjoy the football if you're watching it. If not, enjoy the rest of the nice weather and enjoy the rest of the weekend. Okay, folks, have a good one. I will see you all very soon. Cheers, everybody.